Welcome back to the Massive Network. Once again, we've got more news about infamous Second Sons for you, and if you want more people to hear about this cool news, don't forget to press the like button. Anyway, this is Sony's first-hand, hands-on account of infamous Second Sons for the PS4. It reveals a lot of cool gameplay features, and well, we got some new screenshots for you. But anyway, things don't go as planned for Delsin Rowe, the smug but likable hero of infamous Second Son. Following the catastrophic events that shook the world in the first two games, Deslin's superpowered status as a conduit is laid bare after exposure to other superhumans. Delsin can absorb the powers of others and then employ them for his own devices. He has serious potential, and that immense potential was on display during the PS4 launch event here in New York this week. Again, this is Sony's first-hand account. This third-person superhero action game already looks electric running on PS4 with fluid animations and sharp bursts of light around every rain-soaked corner. At the event, we joined Delsin. Fuck! I'm sorry. What? You guys are here for news, not a super stiff, exact pronunciation presentation like it would be on some local news station. Anyway, we join Delsin and his cop brother Reggie as they attempt to pass through a Department of Unified Protection, or a D.U.P, security checkpoint. Their dark, menacing uniforms stand in stark contrast with the bright yellows of warning signs that litter the scene. But unfortunately for Delsin, things don't go as planned. Sure enough, Delsin's spectacular abilities trigger an automated warning at this checkpoint. Kinda reminds me of X-Men in a way, with mutant rights and all that stuff, but he triggers a warning at the checkpoint, and the D.U.P descends upon him with rifles ready. This is where the first playable section of infamous Second Son begins. They grab the DualShock controller, with an appropriate level of eagerness, they say, and put Delsin through his paces. Second Son feels just as it should in the infamous family. With an addictive fusion of melee combat and projectile play, once again, Sucker Punch has approached traversal carefully and with a great attention to detail. Now, me speaking, I really hope that they keep that fluid choreography like the parkour, that's what it was called. It was parkour very similar to Mirror's Edge, but not quite as dynamic, of course, but this is not primarily a parkour game. Anyway, the first power on display is smoke, which gives Delsin some great ways to move around. Our hero can burst apart into gouts of red and black, whipping through obstacles and towards targets. All it takes is a press of the circle button, but the momentum this move generates is exhilarating and practical. More importantly, practical, providing Delsin with much-needed control of the battle space. Like past infamous games, Delsin can also leap onto cars and launch off them with more inky explosions. This, in my humble opinion, this is the biggest problem with infamous Second Son, and I think it's a major problem. I'll explain that at the end. Anyway, he can leap off the cars and launch off them with inky explosions, gaining additional height and tactical options. In fact, explosions, and more specifically their remnants, fuel Delsin's smoke abilities, much like Cole's beloved electricity. By standing near a ruined car or fire that's belching smoke, Delsin can absorb it into himself for some extra super juice. A fine meal for any smoke-powered protagonist. Oh my god. I didn't write this. Delsin can move around all day, but he's still got some very angry D.U.P soldiers to deal with, using his chain and shots of smoke. Delsin chews through the opposition with style. Each tap of the square button peppers targets with sizzling blasts that come in both light and heavy varieties. The heavy shotgun blasts are capable of tearing down guard towers, along with any unfortunate soldiers staffing them at the time of demolition. Delsin has a few more tricks up his sleeve, however. Our hero can drain the humming charge of neon signs and take on those powers for himself. Yes, neon can be a power. And it's rad from top to bottom. Delsin's blast becomes a bright streak of light, and his new neon dash can send him flashing up the sides of walls in a glorious display of color. Sucker Punch is tight-lipped, on the other applications this power will provide, but the mind races at the possibilities. Now, you guys remember, I can't remember what her name was, but this one superhero, let's say, woman that had powers. She was pink. I think her name was Neon, I don't know, but we thought that he killed her and drained her powers, and that's how Delsin got the Neon power, but he got it from signs, and instead, I don't know, whatever. The demo ends on Delsin face-to-face with a hulking soldier and his chain gun pal, but even the extra padding isn't enough to save the soldier from Delsin's tentatively named Karma Bomb, which sends our hero up into the air and back down again in a screen-wide attack. Infamous Second Son looks and plays like a dream, and makes our wait for Delsin's story all the harder to bear. Expect increased smoke levels in Seattle come early next year when Second Son drops on PS4. A lot of people are looking to purchase the PS4 just for this game, this game's gonna be great, but my only gripe and concern it's with Delsin. He plays a lot like a carbon copy of Cole. For all the excitement of getting a new character, a new protagonist, a new set of abilities, smoke powers just happen to manifest in exactly the same manner and way as Cole's melee and hovering and lightning for no particular reason. It happens the same way. It acts the same way. And he can now phase through air vents. Well, that works really kind of suspiciously like charged vertical pulls, as many users on the internet point out. Operates the same way. A lot of these grinding grapples, grenades, it operates the same way, only with Delsin instead of electricity, it's smoke. It's almost like a DLC character. As people have said on the internet, they feel that Sucker Punch, and I feel this way too, has missed an opportunity to reset creatively and start anew, something completely fresh, so that the series does not turn into the next Assassin's Creed. However, we don't have the game yet, and this may turn out to be true with Delsin's power stealing from other conduits, and the different powers aside from smoke, like Neon. So, we don't know, it's too early to speculate, but thank you guys for watching this infamous Second Son's news video. We'll see you again next time right here on the Massive Network. Don't forget to support the video if you enjoyed. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or just YouTube for more news and gameplay on infamous Second Sons and other PS4 titles. Take care.